India has just crossed a major military milestone, and most of the world hasn't noticed it yet. For the first time ever, India has shipped its homegrown guided rocket system, known as Pinaka, to a foreign country. The rockets were manufactured at a private defense facility in Nagpur, flagged off personally by India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, a clear signal that New Delhi sees this as more than just another arms shipment. So where are these rockets going? Armenia, right into one of the world's most volatile regions, the Caucasus. And that's where this story gets interesting. What is Pinaka, and why does Armenia want it? Pinaka is a multi-barrel rocket launcher system developed by India's Defense Research and Development Organization, the DRDO, back in the 1980s. Think of it as India's answer to long-range battlefield saturation fire, but with a modern twist. Early versions had a range of 37.5 kilometers, newer variants reached 75 kilometers, and the latest guided version, successfully tested just last month, can strike targets 120 kilometers away. This isn't just firepower, this is precision firepower. That's exactly why Armenia wants it. The deal that changed the equation. Back in 2022, Armenia signed a $250 million defense deal with India for 4 Pinaka batteries. The first batch included unguided rockets, point, fire, and saturate. Those were delivered by November 2024. Now comes the game changer, guided Pinaka rockets. This is the first time India has ever exported guided rocket artillery. And according to India's defense minister, this is just the beginning. Why Armenia? Why now? Armenia isn't buying weapons in isolation. It has a long-running territorial conflict with neighboring Azerbaijan, a conflict that erupted into full-scale fighting in 2020 and again in 2023. Here's the geopolitical twist. Azerbaijan openly supports Pakistan. Pakistan has backed Azerbaijan against Armenia. Azerbaijan supported Pakistan during India's recent military standoff. So this isn't just an arms deal. This is a proxy alignment. Pakistan arms, Azerbaijan, India. Arms, Armenia. The Caucasus has become a strategic chessboard, and India has just placed a powerful new piece on it. And Pinaka is just the beginning. Armenia isn't stopping there. In 2024, it signed a $720 million deal with India for 15 Akash air defense systems. These aren't theoretical weapons. Akash is battle-tested, used by India to intercept Pakistani drones and missiles in real combat scenarios. That credibility matters, and it's attracting attention. Countries reportedly exploring Akash deals include the Philippines, Brazil, Egypt, Vietnam. India's bigger goal, from buyer to global seller. For decades, India was one of the world's largest arms importers. That's changing fast. Look at the numbers. 2014, India's domestic defense production was worth about $5 billion. Today, it's crossed $16 billion. Defense exports have surged from under $500 million to $2 billion. That's not accidental growth. That's policy. Why this deal really matters. The Pinaka export checks 3 critical boxes for India's defense ambitions. 1, private sector leadership. These rockets weren't made by a government factory. They were produced by Solar Defense and Aerospace, a private firm. Right now, public sector companies still account for 77% of India's defense output. Deals like this are meant to shift that balance. 2, advanced weapons, not spare parts. India used to export mostly small arms and components. That's not where influence or money is. Real power comes from exporting missiles, air defense systems, rocket artillery, fighter platforms. Pinaka fits squarely into that category. 3 strategic trust countries don't buy offensive weapons unless they trust the supplier. Pinaka joins BrahMos missiles, already sold to the Philippines, with Indonesia likely next, as proof that India is becoming a reliable defense partner, not just a regional player. The challenge ahead. India's defense industry still faces skepticism. Delays, cost overruns, production bottlenecks. To compete with the US, Europe, Russia, or even China, India must deliver on time, maintain cost advantages, scale without compromising quality. This transformation won't happen overnight. But with Pinaka heading to Armenia, one thing is clear: India is no longer just preparing for wars, it's shaping other nations' battlefields, and the world is starting to take notice.